guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching episode 13 of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, and we got to meet Teacher on the last episode. I was nervous because I was like, what kind of person would teach them human transmutation? And it's not even that she taught them that. She didn't know that they were going to do that, but she really realized it when she saw Ed did not need a circle to do transmutation. And her story was definitely heartbreaking, but like learning that like she's a matrix and he's a matrix and like it's kind of like within them, and that she kind of did the same thing that Ed did and did something very unforgivable, which is to try to bring back her dead child. And I don't know the grief of a mother, but I could assume that it's unbearable, especially when you feel like maybe you haven't been able to, and that you might not ever again. And with her like throwing up all the time and having her organs bleeding out, or like she's missing some organs, like I don't know how she's still alive, but probably because she's a matrix, so she might be constantly having to do alchemy inside of her own body. I'm not quite sure how that works, but I will say that it should be absolutely horrifying, which it is when she throws up blood, but that it's just like her mouth opens and it's just a stream of blood. It's actually a little funny, and it shouldn't be, but it is, where I'm just kind of like, bleh. But I dig her. It was really awesome to meet Azumi and to meet her husband Sig and to kind of see their relationship. Like, she is hardcore, badass, amazing when she saves all the people by pushing the water back, and he's like this tender kind of heart, just big beefcake kind of guy. And like she's talking about like training the boys, and is like cutting the food and then just throws the knife at him, and it seems like something that they do all the time. It's not like she did it like out of anger or anything, but she's just like do 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 do, and he just like catches it, and like they continue their conversation. I was like, what a team. I love them. And he's taking care of her, and he's kind of, I don't think he's making sure she's not exerting herself, but he is checking in on her to make sure that she's not overdoing it. Now, the fact that she has witnessed the truth and Ed has witnessed the truth, I'm still like, what is the truth within the truth? And I don't know if that's already been like mentioned, if it's like just like the prisoners like were being used to make a philosopher's stone. So I'm not sure, or if there's like more truth to discover. I'm absolutely sure there's more truth to discover, but like really what Dr. Marco, I almost said Marak. Oh my gosh. Why would I have said that? I like was like Marco. Ooh, and I already forgot the other girl that was from the last episode. Petunia? Petunia? No, Petunia. Something like that. Names. This show in Game of Thrones like is giving me a run for my money, not because they sound alike, but because they're just different. But we got to kind of see how the boys were trained, and throwing them on an island and saying like, don't use alchemy for 30 days. And them learning about the circle of life and just how insignificant they are in the grand scheme of things, and that they make up a whole, but like they're very, very small and very, very minor, and kind of like learning like the food chain, and that like if Ed had decided, to die, that the ants would have ate him instead of him eating the ants. And it was a great lesson for them to learn. What was it? It was all is one, all. I'm thinking all for one and one for all. Essentially, what is it? One is all is one. Yeah. They learned how to survive, and they learned that they are insignificant is kind of what I got from that. Now, I'm interested to see what's happening from here, because we were shown the posters while they were running to catch the train. Scar was on one of them, somebody else that I actually recognized from the opening, and then another guy, and they still don't know about Hughes. So like there's so much to like catch up on, and I don't know when we're heading back to Central. I don't know if we have more time with Teacher, because I really liked hanging out with Azumi. I really like the lessons that she teaches the boy, and she's not soft on them. She's not easy on them, but then she gave them permission to feel things, and they like wept on her as much as Al can weep, but like, you know, like she's like, it's okay to feel it. And, you know, I think all three of them having that moment, because they've all kind of experienced like just unsettling loss, and then like what happened when they tried to rectify that or to reverse it, and the consequences of that. So they have like this shared trauma, but also, you know, like it's having permission from your teacher to feel something. And they thought for sure that she was like gonna like be mad at him, and like, you know, teacher's gonna kill us. And I know it's just a figure of speech, but like they were really afraid of like what she was gonna say, and she was not happy about it. She was not happy at all. But then like them having that moment to actually just feel and cry. Now, something that we learned that Hohenheim I don't know if it's necessary for me to do that with my mouth. Hohenheim, their father is also in search of the Philosopher's Stone. And, you know, I wrote down, what did it say? That it was his lifelong dream coming true. What the hell does that mean? That he would have like ultimate power, that he would be able to make like whatever alchemy he was doing like more advanced. I mean, I'm sure like you could take the Philosopher's Stone, horrible as it is made, and you could do some good with it, but I just feel like it's always tainted and it's always dirty. Unless like it's for like I don't want to be like, unless it's for a selfish reason, like getting your body back. Like if you took one from somebody that doesn't deserve it. I don't know. No answer on them getting their body back feels good. It doesn't feel good to them. It doesn't feel good to me. It doesn't feel good to you guys. Like, we just want something that's like, you know, an eye of newt and some daisy petals and stir together and take a potion and boom, body back. Like, we want something that's harmless. Well, I don't know. The newt might have an issue with its eye being gone. Anyway. You know, when I'm starting on an episode like this, that it's 112 degrees outside. It's a Monday. I already worked a full day, and I stayed up late watching Game of Thrones. So it's been it's been a day. So my brain needs to get back into the groove of things. I'm really excited to be back in this world. So guys, let's not wait any longer, because I might say something even nuttier. So let's get on with it. That's not even what I say. What do I normally say? I don't know. Let's go.
To think you saw it and managed to survive.
No.
Regardless, I can't accept the decision you made.
Oh.
You're expelled.
From school? I didn't see that coming. Isn't that a little hypocritical? She did the same thing.
Everything.
I did not expect that beginning. I'm really thinking that's the boy's father and mother at the beginning, and something happened alchemy-wise, and that's why she died. Beast of Dublith. I can't believe she expelled them. That seems kind of crazy.
If you're ever in town.
I'm not so sure about that.
You idiots! You aren't her students anymore, so now you're finally free to speak to Izumi as equals.
Oh, wait a second.
Thank you. We're heading back there right now.
Okay, thanks, Sig.
Don't let her kill you.
Oh, well, there's also that. Yeah, I was just like, wait, expelled like for doing the same thing she did, but then it's a test.
Teacher?
What the hell are you doing coming back here? And you called me teacher. Get out of my home!
Oh. Teacher!
We came to you because we're trying to find a way to get our bodies back.
And we won't leave without your help.
Get out now!
We're staying!
Call her Izumi.
Al, you didn't see the truth, did you?
No, I don't really even know what that means.
You must
Ooh,
have
I wanna
lost your
know.
memory from the shock. His entire body was taken from him. Just think what he must have seen.
Oh, interesting. I didn't even think of that.
But Al paid the toll with his entire physical being. He must have seen more of the truth than either of us did.
So,
I didn't even think of
if I
that.
can remember what I saw, then we'll know how to get our bodies back?
But the memory of that thing...
Hang.
What, is it something bad?
No, it's more like awful.
Horrifying.
It could drive you insane.
Or even leave you brain dead.
But, you know, no pressure.
That
No big
doesn't
deal.
matter. If there's a chance that it can help us, then I want to do it.
Brave Al! I love it.
Let's eat dinner first.
Yes.
Give me a hand.
Okay.
Full tummies before getting our bodies
The
back.
rumors are true.
Makes perfect sense.
She's able to transmute human souls.
Ew, you have a tail. Was his name Bido? Like Fido?
There's only 1 week left until the big transfer, huh?
Yes, sir.
Burn everything to the ground, Roy. Everything. Oh.
Checkmate.
Ah, you can consider that my going away gift.
If you're in a gift-giving mood, there's something else I'd like.
Oh, yes, please do tell.
Master Sergeant Kane Fury, Warrant Officer Vato Fallman, Second Lieutenant Hymens Breda,
Uh-huh.
Second Lieutenant Jean Havoc, First Lieutenant Riza Hawkeye. Gather up your things. All 5 of you are transferring to Central with me. And no
Yay!
objections. Understood.
I've got a problem, sir.
Uh-oh.
See, I just started dating this girl and I really like her.
Dump her.
Easy for Roy to say. Poor guy. But Riza's coming with us, and Hawkeye on our side is fantastic. Okay, we're getting some more with Scar.
Your wounds are never gonna heal if you don't give it a rest.
Was that the arm that he hurt?
Master.
I was informed that you've been targeting state alchemists for execution. I know the animosity you feel, but your vengeance will only sow the seeds of further violence.
Yeah.
What you're doing is senseless revenge, and it's feeding a fruitless cycle of death.
I like Master.
Would you look at that? He really is here. He's
His
got the
old
scar and
buddies.
everything.
Looks like you got yourself a deal. We'll split the bounty 3 ways with you.
Oh,
What the?
there's a bounty?
Guess he didn't want the reward.
Yoki, how could you
Oh.
do something like this?
Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Isn't he also on the sign, though?
Thanks for making this easy, pal.
Oh, you're not taking him.
I'll give you a moment to pray to God.
You should be the one praying, freak!
Yeah, I wouldn't say that to a guy who just did that to your friend.
Please don't kill me, please! I'm begging you to spare my life! I'll do anything.
You're pathetic.
So you're
You
leaving,
wouldn't waste
then?
his time.
Your brother would be sad.
Still, it's too late to turn back now.
Oof. Like a Ronin. I like Master. Oh my gosh, what he did to those 2 men was too easy. It was too easy. Hey. Oh, is it Fido? Bido? I was gonna say Dido. Fido. I don't know.
I'm guessing you're the people that wrote this note?
That's right, and we know a lot about you.
Well, that's good, because there's a lot about me that I don't know.
Why don't you come with us?
But my teacher always said I'm not supposed to go with strangers.
Yeah, oh, that's a good way to think about it.
You gotta act like an adult, start taking some risks.
You
The
think
music
so?
suggests
I
otherwise.
should think for myself?
Yes, and you can start by coming with...
Nice!
So I thought it over for myself, and I decided that I should just make you tell me what I want to know.
There you go. Oh! Ow! Oh, you gotta be careful, kiddo.
Sorry to drop in. So what's it like having someone control you from inside?
Can he, like, break her arm? Where is Ed?
You people aren't human, are you?
Good guess. They're chimeras, and they happen to work for me.
They're chimeras? Oh, it's this guy from the wanted sign.
Fullmetal Alchemist.
Roa, Bido, Martel, Dolcetto.
Fullmetal
Agreed.
Alchemist.
That makes sense. Maybe it's not the guy from the poster.
It's impossible. No one's made a chimera that can talk.
You can't believe everything the government tells you, kid. You got all the proof you need right inside you. Roa, what were you made with? Cow?
Yeah.
We've also got a lizard and a crocodile.
I mean,
and
I
the
did
little
see the
runt you
tail.
took down earlier tends to lift his leg when he pees.
Only once!
It's not possible. Who would even be capable of creating one?
The military.
That makes sense, actually. Yeah.
I'm a homunculus.
A homunculus?
You know what that means, right? I'm an artificially created human. Really, no joke.
You're lying! A homunculus is just a theory! Nobody's made one!
I don't know if any of this is true or if we should trust it.
I gotta prove it.
How do you prove that you're a homunculus? By dying? Why do I love Greed? He's kind of dope. For now.
An individual soul transmuted? It sounds like that's the perfect recipe for immortality to me.
But we've seen people die.
See, I'm Greed. I want everything you can think of. Money and women, power and sex, status, glory. I demand the finer things.
Sounds about right.
Of course, I crave eternal life.
Aren't you already immortal?
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
I am nearly 200 years old.
Whoa.
But I wouldn't exactly say that I'm immortal. Now it's your turn. How'd you get your body?
I wish I could tell you. That would mean I actually remember how I got it.
Oh.
But even if I could, I'm not the one who did the transmutation.
I'll just ask the person who did.
Yeah, I don't know if Ed is going to be willing and open.
Tell you where you could find him. But first, you tell me what his secret is.
Yeah, I knew that wasn't going to go good for you.
Brother, this guy's a homunculus.
Are you serious?
Hey, way to ruin it. Because I could teach you how to fabricate your own homunculus in no time at all. In return, all I ask is you teach me how to transmute a soul.
No, I don't think
Classic
so.
Equivalent exchange.
Nope. Mm-mm.
You don't need to eat.
Ooh,
you don't need to
Ed.
sleep. You don't even need to use the toilet. Sounds great to me.
Do you like to taste things? Feel things?
Enough. Shut your damned mouth! Sounds great to you? It seems perfect? You don't know anything about the hell he's had to go through stuck with that body! And you want to know how to transmute a soul?
Oh, God, Ed.
You kidnapped my brother and you want to trade secrets with me? There won't be an exchange with you? No!
Oh, I love that whole scene. Oh! It was very dramatic in his mind, but still. Hey, good luck, bro.
You're a lot slower than a prisoner, I know! Next.
Okay. Okay, maybe he is the guy that's on the poster.
That little hand sword of yours is kind of neat, but it can't even scratch my ultimate shield.
Yeah, when it comes to his brother, you need to watch out, boy.
Oh, you're one of those guys. You don't care if somebody beats the crap out of you, but if someone lays a finger on a family member, you completely freak out.
Yeah, essentially.
Sorry to let you down, but I've been holding back. This obscures my handsome face, so I try not to wear it that much. I wasn't kidding, kid.
Dope!
They're both missing?
Those idiots! They can't even sweep the street without getting into trouble! They're lucky I expelled them, otherwise I'd kill them!
Go kick Greed's ass!
Here, catch! A friend of mine noticed a short blonde-haired kid heading into a bar called the Devil's Nest.
Thank you, kind sir. Go get him, Azumi. So Greed is pretty damn scary.
There you go. You're chock full of piss and vinegar.
Wow, did he just break his arm?
Is my mechanic amazing or what? Even after all this, it's still working.
Nice. I don't know what just happened. Okay. Oh!
Good as new.
Well, I'm sure it's gonna happen again.
What was that for?
What is Ed doing? I mean, he's breaking his shield for sure. Okay.
You may be a homunculus, but you really shouldn't have told me that your body is human, considering that means a third of it is made of carbon. So it's obvious that's what your shield is made of. Once I got that figured out, the rest is simple alchemy.
Good job, Ed.
It's no fun if it's not a challenge!
And there's one other important thing I noticed.
Oh, do tell.
You can't harden your shield and heal at the same time.
Oh, do a double tap.
I think that it's safe to say that I underestimated you.
Uh-huh. A little bit.
How much longer can you keep this up in your condition?
Uh-oh.
Sorry to barge in like this. He definitely needed the exercise.
Teacher, careful!
Yes, I know. I could hear the two of you all the way down the hall.
Oh, give me a break. Don't tell me you're gonna try and start anything, lady. It's no fun fighting a woman.
I love her. I love her so much.
Just what the hell are you?
Housewife!
Oh, that's the end of the episode. It's never enough. I just spit all over the place. And am I a housewife? Just when I'm like, great is dope. Like, he's kind of sassy. I like his whole style. I mean, like, he's not great, and what he's doing isn't good, but like, I'm digging his design. But like, Izumi is not only a housewife, but she's amazing. This was a fun episode. There's and we got to go everywhere. It wasn't just concentrated on one spot this time, but seeing Sig kind of be like, you idiots, like, you know what you're here for, like, you're expelled. I was like, what? Oh my god. I don't know why I worried about it. It's essentially like a graduation, right? Like, it's just like, well, you're not a student anymore. Yay. But then Ed kind of going like, oh yeah, we came here for a reason. And him asking for help to get their bodies back, and pretty much her saying like, no, you're idiots, like, I won't be seen in the same room with you, like don't call me teacher, you're no longer my students, whatever. She's like so insulting to them. But it's just kind of the same way as when they didn't give up when they first met her, because they were just like, we need a teacher, and she's like, no, and she had them like punched away, and then they came running back, and like she couldn't get rid of him. And it's that tenacity and that grit that makes Edward who he is. And he's just like, no, and he like stands his ground again, and I love it. I absolutely love it. I didn't even think about the fact that Al probably learned like way more than they did, because he lost his entire body. I didn't think about that. I thought them losing part of their body was like a penance, not necessarily like, oh, well, you lost a piece, so you got a little bit of the truth. It was just like, here's some truth. By the way, I'm also taking this as punishment. And it's still a punishment, but I didn't realize that there was only a fraction amount of truth that they were given, because only a little bit was taken from them. Well, way more in Ed's case. I mean, if Izumi's internal organs are bleeding, she probably still can't have children. I mean, if they could figure out how to get bodies back, then I bet you they could help her heal, and she could probably have a baby. That is my hope for her. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Al trying to remember what he saw. And then them like kind of scaring him a little bit was just like it's not scary. It's awful. Like but I do love that like Al, like in the alley, like when like this group is ganging up on him, that he's just like, oh yeah, I can think for myself. Wham! It's just, I love that. I love that. But you know, he's still Al. He still is just like amazed by things, learning that greed is a homunculus, which I was like, what the hell's that? And then I was like, oh shit, they shouldn't be making those. That all of this group are chimeras, but like, of course the government would take information that Tucker was researching and made chimeras with and would be able to do something underground to make other chimeras. If that is true, what Greed is saying. I don't know how much I can take Greed and what he's saying to heart. Like he could be just telling lies, but like Bido, like he got himself a tail. Like it was very obvious that he was part animal, but like the other one's not I mean, I want to see what's his face be a cow. What was his name? I don't remember. I'm gonna have to go back and look at the screen again. I love when those pop up, but then I'm just like, shoot, I missed it. Really interesting, not only Greed's design, like Greed pretty much is like, I'm greedy, I want everything, and I want to be able to be immortal, and I want to not have to worry about having a body. There's a downside to everything, and Al doesn't get to experience, like, living and life. He doesn't get those moments because he doesn't have a body. He can't eat, he can't sleep, he doesn't actually get rest from anything, he can't get, there's no peace in his life. There's no, and maybe Greed is like, I don't want to be held down by all of those things. I, want to live for forever. And I think being in Al's position sucks. I wouldn't want that. And they can die. Like you can get stabbed in the rune and then, I think. I mean, that's what I've been led to believe. That's what we were shown in previous episodes with the other armor with Barry. Every now and then when I think about Barry, just randomly, I could be driving and I just see him like running away and he's so murderous and dark and a horrible soul, but he's still so funny. I hate that I think that he's funny, but I just see him like, you guys better get out of here. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so let's get back to Greed. The carbon like shield that he's able to make for himself. Okay, I've seen that in the opening. Couldn't figure it out. I don't know if he's exactly the poster, and I thought the other guy that we saw with Scar was on the poster. I'm just trying to find these guys that are on the posters. It's like, where's Waldo? But like, I have to wait episode to episode and just be like, no. No. So I don't know. I saw a skinny mustache and I was like, Weasel on a wanted poster. And then I was just like, cool dude with an awesome jacket on with some fur. Wanted poster. I don't know. But I really, 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 really like Greed's design. I really like the design of all of the sins. That's probably why they're sins. I see my folly. Anyway, the fact that, Ed was pretty much figuring out how to kill Greed, or at least how to wound Greed, and doing a little bit of science while he's kind of getting his butt kicked, but also kind of testing maybe here and there, and then figuring out how to actually wound Greed was pretty amazing. And he's like, it's just science. It's just alchemy. Now, I love Teacher coming in and kicking ass and him being like, oh my God, who are you? And then she's like, a housewife. And I'm like, you know what? The housewife, I'm not a housewife. I guess I'm my own housewife. But I would say that a housewife is a general of everything. They take care of everything. They do everything. And they get like nothing for, not all of them, but I'm just saying that like the work that they put in, like if you've ever seen like when they like what a cook would be paid, what a cleaner would be paid, somebody doing your laundry, a nanny, a tutor, like all the jobs put together of like what a housewife does, and like how they don't get that in monetary value back for what they put into it. I would just say that like housewives are the MacGyvers of like households. They do it all. They fix everything. I mean, I think I was well into my mid-20s before my mom was like, I think maybe you need to start making your own doctor's appointments. And I was mortified. I was like, I don't know how. I don't want to. Ew, Mom. So, like, let me just tell you, not only is she able to transmute without a circle because she has the matrix within her, and she is one powerful, feisty biatch, but she is also a housewife. Let's not forget that. I absolutely loved this episode. It was fun. It was interesting. There were some parts where I was like, I don't know what I'm watching. Who are these people? But I thoroughly enjoyed it. So if you want to watch the full-length reaction to this episode, it will be... Oh, I'm sorry. I jumped ahead because I didn't talk about the 2 other things that happened. Jeez Louise. I mean, if you want to watch the full-length reaction, it will be available on my Patreon and up to 2 episodes early. But let's talk about Scar. And his master, and I was like, is this a Miyagi moment? Are we getting an Uncle Iroh? Master was great. He was calm, and he was speaking the truth. He was really speaking the truth to Scar, that, like, what he's doing is just going to lead to more devastation and death. And I think Scar doesn't really care if he lives or dies through this thing as long as he accomplishes his goal. The 2, well, I guess 3 guys wanting to take him to collect the bounty on Scar's head, 2 of them paid the ultimate price, and Scar just didn't even worry about the other guy. It was just kind of like, ugh, you're nothing. It's almost like you're pathetic. I want to know what this tattoo means. They really focused on it too, and I was like, am I supposed to know what that means? Like, is that, I don't know, was that a transmutation circle that was tattooed on him? I really, really need to look at that. But, you know, like, he's still on this mission. He's still going. It's what's, you know, keeping him alive. It's what's, his anger is the thing that keeps him driving towards his goal. I worry about Roy. I worry about Roy a lot, especially with Roy going to Central and being around Bradley, because I feel like Bradley is the ultimate goal. But I do like that Roy is going to have Hawkeye. He told that poor deer to break up with his girlfriend. Not fair, not nice. But very Roy. I hope he listens to Hughes and gets himself a wife at some point, because I think, not that I'm for coworkers dating, but, you know, Hawkeye and him seem to have rapport. But they are all going to Central with him, and I am very much looking forward to that happening. I don't know if that's going to happen in the next episode, because he said that it was going to be in a week, but I'm going to watch the next episode and you have to wait. So if you want to see the next episode and you're currently watching this on YouTube, you can go ahead and head on over to Patreon, where there's 2 more episodes waiting for you. Hopefully at some point we get more. But in the meantime, like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. What do you think about Greed's design? Because immediately I was like, yes! Oh, and he's scary. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. Ugh. Like, sometimes, especially the animation in this one, when Ed was getting all worked up and he was, like, really putting on a display of intimidation. Now, I realize a lot of that is either in his mind. It's just for us to see that his feelings are building. And then, you know, Greed being like, wow. Loved that animation. I loved the animation with Teacher when they came back in, and I switched between Azumi and Teacher, but she, like, threw the knife and then was like doing her thing where she was kind of like, what are you doing back here? You get out of here. You've been expelled. You're no student of mine. And I love the animation that they give her with, like, her kind of Medusa hair. It's dope. It's dope. I was really, really enjoying the animation in this one a lot. So guys, come back here for the next episode. I'm going to watch it right now, but you have to wait. So in the meantime, I'll see ya.